All right, so I'm gonna try to do this. Me and Cedric gonna talk. These gonna be short because we're watching Dominion. This is proof of us watching Dominion, and we're giving. Cedric wanted to skip John Moxley's match, and I really thought about, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, no, let's give him a second chance, just to see what he can do. And I am not impressed by his second showing, but I like his second showing.
It was better.
It was better.
I'm not compelled to be like, ooh, John Moxley, let's watch him.
I'm not sucking his dick like everybody else.
It was better.
Yeah, he's gonna have to show me a whole lot before I even kind of pull his tights down a little bit. Everyone else got the tights down to his ankles, and they got their hands tied behind their back and their mouth open with their head against the wall.
Man, I mean, no hands taking it to the head.
That's how everyone else is.
But he still got that WWE style, which is a turnoff.
Yes, which is hit it and quit it and move on.
Nobody like hit it and quit it. Don't nobody get satisfied off that.
Nobody. Hit it and quit it. That's just. I mean, the dude might have came, but did he really enjoy it? He didn't even enjoy the female or the other guy. He didn't enjoy the shit at all. So, work ethic is not just in the ring; it's in the bed.
Yeah.
If you like that short shit, that says something about y'all. Maybe. Not judging, just saying. But all in all, I did like John Moxley's second showing. I'm not a fan of his, but I like what he did. He showed a little that he got something. He did that release vertical suplex properly this time. He went all sweated down, and he helped. He put Shota Umino over, although he didn't need it. He's already over like crazy.
Yeah.
But and then he helps him out at the ring at the end. So I'm like, you know what? That's good. That's good because the Young Lions, as Cedric pointed out before I even did this, the Young Lions love, they love Juice Robinson, and maybe Moxley did this just to say, man, I'm with you, Juice. We gonna like him. Now, here's the thing. I would like to see Moxley and Juice tag up. I think they might make a better tag team than just straight up enemies. But aside that, that's I guess a later date. But when Moxley announced on the microphone he wants to be in the G1, at first I'm like, then I'm like, wait. And that Cedric said it'll be somebody new. Mm-hmm. So put him in and let's see how he can go. Because if you're used to that WWE short range shit, you're gonna get fucked up in the first 5 matches. You're gonna show the exhaustion, the fatigue. So the G1 is a test, everybody. The G1 is a legit test, and you saw it with the best of the Super Juniors, which is the best of Shingo and some Junior. But
exactly what it was.
Some Junior that shouldn't have won.
Some Junior that shouldn't have fucking won.
Yeah. So we've done this. We just covered John Moxley. So do you concur with that, Cedric? What I said?
Yeah, he's better.
All right, so we're gonna do that, and we'll be done with that. We're gonna do every single match. So yeah, all right, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna stop it right here. Okay, so Shingo Takagi and Kojima Satoshi, good match.
Yeah, good match, and Shingo won like I thought he was going to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the way the match started, you could tell, but I like how Kojima basically says, this is an introduction into some serious heavyweights here in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He was literally eating the moves that was not just flattening but rolling over junior heavyweights.
Exactly.
So that's a good way to show the difference in weight classes.
But here's also another thing that you have to take into consideration. Takagi won, yes, and Coach was putting him on his ass, yes. But Takagi is not that far removed from the best of Super Juniors. He's beat the shit. He ain't showing it, but that's a tired motherfucker.
Yeah, he is.
And Kojima, I don't know if he was touring while the best of Super Juniors was going on, but he seemed pretty alright.
He seemed alright, but Kojima didn't show up.
No, he didn't really show up.
I've seen Kojima wrestle. And I ain't talking about 10 and 20 years ago. I'm talking about in the past 3 years. I've seen him show up, and he didn't show up.
He don't show up much, though.
No, but when he do, it's a motherfucker. That's for sure. I'm just saying. So I mean, it was a good match, and I'm happy with Shingo's performance.
I am too.
You know, that's cool. And he showed that the Last of the Dragons got two forms to it: the kick out form and the you ain't getting up form.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it was a good match, and
I am
alright
pleased with Senor Pointy Butt.
Leave the man's ass alone.
He's got a pointy ass. It's almost a right angle.
Yeah, we'll get to the next match. Okay, so we a little soon. We're gonna do this. We'll start commenting after everything is done. But yeah, Shingo wants to be in the G1 and
Yes.
and show how Junior can handle it. And he just left a G1 basically. He just left a round robin, had minimum break. Wrestles Kojima, says, "Hey man, let's do another." And I'm like,
He crazy.
if he does that, he is going to show just how insanely durable he is.
Yep. But it'll be if they do let him in, it would behoove them to let him rest a little bit during the whole Kizuna Road thing.
But a little bit.
Yeah, Kizuna Road's coming up before
I know.
G1 hits. If they're gonna let him in, let the man rest. That's fucked up.
Oh, okay. I thought you said wrestle. Let him wrestle. I'm
No,
like, he needs some
rest.
rest. Okay,
Rest.
okay. Yeah, let him rest. But yeah,
They'll let him in. It would be the welcome change that Tomataga's been talking about for the past 3 years.
yes, somebody different. You know, but look, let's just get this out the way. In the G1, if Ishii is there, I'm going to be waiting for him and Takagi.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
I'm all on that one. I'm all on that.
Beautiful.
All on
man.
that. Oh, that's the G1. After that, I don't know. I don't really care about the rest.
Man.
That's going to be it right there. But I think Evil should be in it. But we're going with the other matches.
Yeah.
We can
Alright.
talk all day about wrestling. Let's go. All right, we skipped the tag matches, but we were surprised to see that Yoshihashi pinned Zack Sabre Jr. We see Liga's furthering his, beef started by Minoru. So we saw that, but yeah, Yoshihashi just needs to get mean. That was a 6-man tag match. We skipped that. We just...
Yeah, some folks in it.
Yeah, there was Juice and
Gucci.
Ryusuke and Hiroshi against Jay White and some people, but we just didn't watch it. We get tired of those matches because there's no meaning with them too much, and then they gotta fake the meaning. It's just like Starscream said, get on with the ceremony. But yeah, we the never open weight title match. Ishii, Tomohiro, and Taichi. You know, now Cedar was quiet most of the match. You know, and because Ishii won't wrestle in his style. Ishii is powerhouse that wrestles the speed of a junior.
Yeah. And he slowed down to let Chachi get his shit in, and he did. And we're guessing that Ishii said something to piss Taichi off because he wrestled like he gave a damn finally.
Yes, I was like, I hope he wrestles like this all the time.
But he won't. Because he's done this before.
Yes, he has.
He showed that in a single match, for whatever reason, he'll wrestle like he give a great goddamn. And then we come back, it's the same old song and dance bullshit. And he ain't finna Christian me. Fuck that shit. Not with his douche face.
I'm not gonna fall into that trap again. I ain't gonna fall into it again. So, but Taichi had a good showing.
He did.
He had a really good showing. I liked it. I liked what he had to do. He didn't steal a moveset. He had his own, and he never got his finisher Black Mephisto on, which I'm like, okay, but all in all, Taichi wrestled a good stiff. That was honestly as close to a strong style match y'all probably going to be able to see. Mm-hmm. The only thing that could honestly equal that to show you a strong style match would be a legit wrestling competition between Shingo and Tomohiro. Those the only two that's actually going to be able to do it. But I could be wrong, and I hope that I am.
But Ishii came out on top. He's the never open weight champion again. He's always been the best one.
Yeah, Yeah. I thought Hiroki Goto would be one, but nah. Ishii was better. Ishii was better. Goto's, I don't know where he's finding himself still. I think that's what's going on.
Minoru was good too. Minoru was just good with every belt he had because he makes you fight him.
Yeah,
He makes you challenge him for his belt.
So I'm glad that Ishii won it. I'm glad Ishii got the win. I just hope Taichi has more of a consistent showing because some of these wrestlers, they're going to slowly but surely age out of being in decent contention. So we need somebody that's going to, step up. Taichi can step up. That'd be good. I like it. I would like it. I like what he had to do, and I hope he stays with it. What do y'all think about Taichi after the showing of Dominion? I don't think we're going to be able to make it through all of this. But, okay, so this is... IWGP Tag Team Heavyweight Championship. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa against Evil and Sonata. They're coming out, so we're just going to pause it here and then I guess talk about this match when it's over. Hopefully we're able to get through this whole thing by tonight. I don't know.
I don't think that's going to happen. I'll do my best, but I got to work tomorrow.
All right, so we'll see what we can do. All right, so we watched the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team match, and honestly, I was just watching it because I know that both teams are they're gonna show a good bit, and they did.
It was a damn good match.
It was a damn good match. It was a nice back and forth. I would say Gorillas of Destiny showed more tag team expertise by cutting the ring off.
Yeah, they did.
Keeping on their side, making more or less swift tags. They did. They focused on them and whatnot. But when it comes to sort of showing up, I guess I would leave that to LIJ, considering the fact that Evil Sonata, they did what they could. And I love that Sasori Gatame that Evil does. He does it just like Riki Choshu. He's got that perfect squatting base. He's basically got an ankle lock held on to the, and he's just like you say, chilling, just waiting on the bus. Waiting on the bus.
Yeah, that's the way he looked.
I love that. He does great. I thought that honestly, that was some serious acrobatic Spider-Man type shit that Tama Tonga did at the end before. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? I was like, I know he's agile. I get that. But he's not. He's never shown to be flippy floppy.
Rolled him up, held the tights, got the pin, and smoothed out the ring. Like, what's up.
Yeah, I did that. It is what it is. Call your mom, tell her what happened. That kind of...
But they retained. I'm happy. Yep. I like Evil Sonata, but I like Girls of Destiny.
Yeah. But as I was telling Cedra during the early parts of the match, I said if Tama Tonga ever gets depressed, if he ever gets depressed about the business and whatnot, he gonna cut that hair off. He gonna just cut it smooth off. You'll be like, who's this Middle Eastern dude coming into the ring? Yeah. You ain't gonna know who he is,
Go back in 4 months anyway.
Yeah, his hair would be back. He'd be like, where the hell you come from? It's like, I never left. I just went invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. But, this, we got to just pause it here. I was thinking about going to just upload what we've done so far, but I'll just save it for tomorrow and just link it all together. That's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, that it was a great tag team title match. It was long. Everyone got their shit in. Everyone, shined here and there. A lot of antics. Full use of in and out ring interference.
Full use of cutting the ring off.
Referee usage. Faction aid come to the ring.
Interference running in.
All that stuff. So it had every element. It just, I would give it probably just 3.9 to maybe 4.1 stars. That kind of weird thing. You know, it toggles depending upon mood and stuff, and we just tired and whatnot. You know, and one debate that we had was because at the start of the match, Tonga Loa started talking that shit, and I'm like, he always starting.
No, Tama always start the shit talk.
And then when it ends, I'm like, I gotta reverse my decision because good grief, Tonga won't. Fuck you, Sonata. You know, they both talk that shit, but I think Tama starts it. What do y'all think? You think Tonga always start this shit talking, or do you think Tonga Loa?
He starts it and it's always far more venomous. Tama say that shit and it's like, I kind of get the feeling he mean that.
Oh, you know he mean that shit. So yeah, so I'm gonna pause it here and we'll finish up tomorrow. All right, girl. All right. Okay, so Katsuyori Shibata unveils Kenta to be in the G1 Climax. I don't know if it's Grade 1 or Grand 1. I don't know. It's one of them. They've changed it here and there, but
we miss you, Katsuyori.
We miss him. But it sucks. Look, we love him, but I got to be real. He dumbed himself out of wrestling. He dumbed himself out. It was a bad calculated mistake, but we was glad to see that. So that he's showing up. He in a suit, and then he takes the classic Antonio Inoki pose, the one that he idolized, and then Kenta, who idolized Katsuyori, takes his pose. I was like, oh man, I wonder if anyone else got that.
Katsuyori damn well is a legend, and he's what, 35?
Yeah, because he has so many epic matches. Katsuyori was legitimately the last strong style wrestler, But then after that is the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match. Dragon Lee defends against Will Ospreay, and I'm thinking Will's gonna win this because New Japan Pro Wrestling's a bitch. That's the first thing I thought.
I was wrong. I thought that Will would lose and Dragon would drop it to Hiromu when he comes back.
Because he owes Hiromu.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that Dragon Lee doesn't really use the Phoenix Plex anymore. That
No, I have not seen him use it at all.
He hasn't used it. And certain moves do get outlawed once somebody gets hurt or almost hurt. Like the pile driver. Listening to Ryback talk about how they outlawed the pile drivers and a lot of sit-out moves in certain companies because it does such damage on the discs of your back and disc in your neck. Basically the pile driver and stuff, which has been outlawed legitimately probably about 4 times since I've been watching wrestling. But yeah, we get to this match, and Will Ospreay got the habit of, I just took this sick move that should pretty much fuck me up for the rest of the match, and then I'm going to win because it's just what I do, and it's boring. It's boring. Nobody has any hope that you're going to win. If you win everything, you should lose. No one gives a fuck. You just become a bother.
Yeah, the stuff that he do isn't remarkable anymore.
Like Jim Cornette says, no one's going to miss you if you don't go away. And he's winning everything he should not win. So.
Just like Okada.
Oh, man.
Just like Okada syndrome. You got tired of seeing him because he kept winning. He kept beating folks he had no business beating.
And that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit. But look. Granted, it was a good match. But it's. We have to do an observation of Will Ospreay to get out what we really want to get out. But
yeah.
But I'm just saying, it was a good match. I would definitely give it 4.5 stars. It would take a lot more to get it to 5.
Really? I wouldn't have gave it.
The reason I say 4.5 is because it did everything right. You didn't see them, helping each other like so obvious that it was painful or anything. It flowed smooth. It went well. There was no prolonged waiting and lying down and things like that happened like for damn near ever. So it was a great match. And that's why I give it 4.5 stars. It was a title match. And I know that both of them worked hard to get where they were. They both just got out the best of the Super Juniors round robin tournament. They're both still ailing from that, So, yeah. And I could tell by the fact the way New Japan Pro Wrestling do their storylines that Dragon Lee takes the place of Kushida. And Will Ospreay was building up the whole I can beat you and yada yada. And I think he got 1 win out of 3 on Kushida. Well, Kushida. So I can tell this was probably supposed to be a build up for that. I finally won. I know it's tied, but it's bona fide that you don't own me anymore. But Kushida left and they had to find someone to take his place. Because when Dragon Lee won the title, it kind of didn't make sense to me when he won it.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, what? When? Oh, well, okay.
Okay.
He's cool. He got some cool outfit, all right, and he got nice moves. All right, but then part of me was like, he hurt Hiromu. Take that shit away from him. But, yeah, that's kind of just where we are. It's a thing that happened, and I think, Dragon Lee is just going to go back to Mexico. Maybe his visa expired. He got to leave, so he dropped the title. Bye-bye. That kind of thing. So, yeah, all in all, good match. Will shouldn't have won. Going on wrestling standards, Will should not have won. Dragon Lee showed up enough, but he didn't show up most of the match. I know Dragon Lee enough to know that he did not thoroughly show up. Mm-hmm. And Will didn't really show up either. It was more like, that's why I say 4.5. They had to do a whole lot more to get 5. But it was a great, entertaining match. The match itself told a story. There's a story within the story. And they both, they came out and they did their thing. And it looked really good with no flaws. So that's why I get 4.5.
Okay.
So, yep. All right. Well, Naito, Tetsuya, and Kota Ibushi. They're next. And yep. We'll wait until that's done. Okay. The event's over. We haven't watched anything on YouTube for post-match stuff. We just, but we forgot to do Naito and Ibushi. So we're going to get that done. We skipped talking about that. So let's get it done first, all right? So I will easily put that match at 5 stars.
That was an awesome match. I really think that I really hope they took Ibushi out to get an MRI because I think his head is fucked up.
His head was slammed. He was German suplexed. And it was supposed to be, I think, an over-rotated suplex onto the floor. But miscalculating things like Will Ospreay, Naito suplexed him. And I think he probably got him, tried to do shoulder first. Because bumped the shoulder, not the neck kind of thing. And, the shoulder blade. Let's be, shoulder blade. But Ibushi, the side of his head cracked the side of that apron.
Oh, man. It was so nasty.
And his neck was craned so far, he could have broke his neck. Oh, man. And when he hit, granted. Okay, let's go. I'm going to shoot on this. Yes. Obviously, we know you got to play the part of hurt. I think he wasn't playing at first. I think it took him some time to recover. That's why they had to do a bunch of 1 to 2 moves and then rest a while, because at first when he hit, he was just laying there, and I made the assumption that he was systems checking. Wiggle your toes.
Your fingers.
Yeah, do it very subtly, because you don't want to, because like as a wrestler, a pro wrestler, you don't want to give it all away like that. You don't want to Jericho it or Omega it. You want to make it look like it's a competition. So I figured he must have been systems checking. But he wasn't moving. And then he was moving his hand. He moved his arm a bit, but he couldn't move his fingers. And he looked at his hand like, what the fuck? He had that quick glance at his hand. And I'm sitting here like, oh shit. But I just wanted to wait. And then I commented later when no matter what he did, he could not get his hand to work right. His hand was stuck open. He couldn't clench it. And he had hit a spot with Naito where he had to get him for the tombstone, and he was still working trying to get that hand.
Trying to get that hand to function.
And it won't functioning right. And he had to hold it with his forearms for most of it. And I think what happened, he had a stinger. You know, when I was first talking, I said it was a stunner, but no stinger. Cedar corrected me on it, and yeah, he had to work that out, you know, and I think he got his stuff going, but as Cedar said, he needs an MRI. They need to check him out because he might be concussed again because he showed some signs of being concussed, you know, and them things it takes a while to be able to act that stuff out on the fly. And the way that match was, as heated as the match was at that time, there wasn't going to be too much acting, especially when he looked a bit nauseous. Mm-hmm. I think he needs to go get checked out. And if he don't, he's running a very dangerous risk.
I don't think New Japan can give him a choice, especially since he just signed a long-ass contract with him.
Yep. They have no problem saying, look, you are a star. You know, he dropped the belt to Naito. Okay, he did that. And it was a great match. It was a phenomenal match. You know, they didn't do a no-sell on the Poison Ranas. You know, they didn't do stupid shit like that. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's good. That's good. I would award them easy a 5-star match on that. You know, back and forth, heated. They got all their shit in. Naito tried a new move. It looked like it was a vertical drop, Northern Light bomb, but it was all weird looking.
Because he was tired.
Yeah, maybe because he was tired. But when he hit that somersault reverse DDT, that Destino, I was like, yeah, that looked good there. But the problem is, Ibushi didn't sell it.
He just laid out.
Yeah, Ibushi didn't. If y'all look at that ending, Ibushi did not sell that move. That was a legit hit, and his body flop up off the mat. he won't bullshitting. So he needs to get checked out. And you know what? If it was, you know, hey, if that was kayfabe,
it was damn good.
He did a great job.
Oh my goodness!
And that to me would make it a 6-star match.
You give him an Academy Award and the Golden Globe and all that shit.
Yep, give the Golden Star the Golden Globe. That's what I'm talking about. You know, I enjoyed that match. The fans, look, Naito wrestled the fans more than he did Ibushi.
Mm-hmm. He was coming out.
Kota was a prop.
He was coming out, and they were all about it. Naito.
And
then he started whooping up on Ibushi. Boo. He looking at him like, y'all fuckers.
Yeah. He's boasting on him. Mm-hmm. You know, he worked the crowd.
He started spitting on him and then taunting and they boo.
And what's so bad is, when Cedric read up on yesterday, they started with him initially. Mm-hmm. He's trying to be the good guy, and they're like, fuck you.
You ain't shit.
Yeah, so it's like, come on, y'all. They're bullies. But then what I also realized is, listening to the crowd, I'm thinking they boo him out of respect now. I think they boo him out of respect.
Naito's the one they love to hate.
Yes. Like, do you really hate him? No, but we boo him because that's what's expected.
And when we wanted to get back in the match, we'll cheer him.
I think they boo him to get him going. I think they really get him going the way wrestlers try to get the crowd going. I think they do that to him.
Because it works.
Yes, it does. Every time.
And then he'll turn it back on them and heal it up real good.
And then they heal it up. Mm-hmm. That's strange, but that's one of the great things right there. That is amazing, and it should not, go unnoticed. Watch those matches with Naito. Watch the last one with him and Ibushi. Just listen to the crowd. Listen to the playing of the crowd to him and him to the crowd. Ibushi is basically a prop during the match. Mm-hmm. Ibushi, the title was with the crowd, not with Ibushi. So check that match out again. Listen to the crowd during that match. Look at Naito. Because as Cedra said before Naito got in the ring, she was like, I really want to know what he was thinking.
I mean, because he had the longest pause before he got into the ring, waiting for the cue of his music with his eyes closed. He even stopped chewing his gum. Was like, what the hell is this man thinking?
And he broke character. Mm-hmm. Naito broke character, and he had that, is he going to do the right thing? He looked concerned. Mm-hmm. I love when pro wrestling is like that. I love when pro wrestling is like that. I miss these days, man. I miss this shit. Need more shit like this. Oh, man. But, is that about all? Is that all right there? Mm-hmm. That all? All right, then. We're going to get on to the main event, then. Okay, so yeah, I had to pause it and start it again because I'm gonna clip all this together. It'll be seven different clips.
Okada versus Jericho for the
Man,
belt.
fuck that match. I mean, really, that's roll credits.
It was so boring.
I started playing Minecraft.
It was so. I think I dozed once.
You did?
Yeah, it was so boring. I'm so tired of Jericho and his bullshit. Oh, I wish he would just go back to WWE. That's all he want to do.
Yeah.
That's all he wants to do. Just go back. They'll take you back. They'll pay you.
They'll take anybody.
They'll drug you up and send you to your grave.
Jericho signed a contract with All Elite Wrestling, which is pretty much, WWE for the modern era of the people that like to play wrestling.
Then go on back there. They love to have you. Quit fucking up here. He looked like shit.
I'll be honest with you, Jericho don't need to be there to fuck up New Japan. New Japan is fucking up New Japan.
That's why he don't need to go. Let at least slow down, son. He'll need to accelerate it. And he looked like shit.
He's trying to look. Jericho should be a student of the game. All right, he should be. Look. 15 years ago, Jericho would have straight up lambasted somebody that chose to have a match or before their match, either or, post or pre, and then talk about their gimmick and all that shit. He would have fucked somebody up. Jericho is a student of old school, and yet he's fucking up. You don't put on your gimmick like, okay, he's going to show the crazy side and all that. That would have been fine if he wouldn't come out and talk about that shit. Fucking dumbass.
And he won't stay in the ring and wrestle.
Like we know he can.
I'm so sick of the whole tables and the DDT through the table and all the table shit. Okay, ECW was great, man. We loved it, but it's gone.
And when Jericho went to ECW, that pretty much put him into legendary stardom. That really put him into legendary status because that's what ECW was doing back then. They legit made legends, and I miss ECW. I miss that shit. Anyone that understood a good deal of pro wrestling, they knew ECW. And AEW might try to do what ECW was. They aren't going to be able to get that magic back. You can't do it.
The Okada Jericho match didn't tell a story. It didn't do shit.
No, I don't. Honestly, look, check this out. The whole match, I get it. I get Jericho. I get what he's trying to do. I get what he's trying to pass off.
Right.
No, Jericho is trying to look. He's a technical wrestler. I think, straight up, Jericho is a great wrestler. I wouldn't call him the greatest of all time because the motherfucker don't know how to mix things up. But I watch Jericho. When I watch wrestling, I watch wrestling. All right? Just to say when I'm watching, people, when I'm watching their Fire Pro Wrestling World promotions, I'm watching, I'm looking, do their wrestlers make sense? Is there a path from opening to closing? Do they do stupid shit that makes no sense? Jericho used to be in that NWA style. Tell your story in the ring. Your match is supposed to tell the story. You go into the house and you search for things, then you find the danger within, and then how the fuck do you deal with it? And then the pinfall or the match end is the escape or victory within. Jericho has substituted a good deal of that to do table spots and stuff because that's what the kiddies want. That's what dangles the keys in front of people. Jericho is dangling keys. That's all he's doing.
But he's in front of the wrong damn audience. You don't have to dangle keys in front of the New Japan audience.
Historically, Japan has viewed American wrestlers as barbaric. They thought Ric Flair was one of the most barbaric wrestlers on the planet. And this is coming from a land where in their wrestling ring at that time it was legal to throw wrestlers over the top rope. In America at the time, you get disqualified. But in Japan, you didn't see the trick knees, the front low blows, the knee drops to the groin and stuff so all the time. The first time they were introduced to that by their own kind basically was NWO Japan, Chono. You know, that's sort of when that happened. You know, they're used to Americans being barbaric, so Jericho can feed on that. And he definitely, in Dominion, proved that shit. Because he made himself a solidified heel when he denied them of Okada's post-match ceremony. You know, he destroyed it's the IWGP heavyweight post-match ceremony, and he denied it. He denied the post-match speech. He beat the hell out of Okada and started a new thing with Tanahashi, or as he dubbed him, Bakahashi, which I don't know if any of you listened to it, got a actual legitimate involuntary laugh from the audience. They laughed. They didn't want to laugh. You could hear it. They didn't want to laugh. It just jumped out. That was funny, you know. And he stunned me with it. I was like, Bakahashi, and I could hear the crowd. It was a good that. And this is fucked up. That was the best spot of their match. Mm-hmm. That was the best spot.
And see, I know what Cedric wants. He wants me to view Jericho, you know, how well and how technical and he is for an old dude and stuff. And
Is he still he's still
Jericho.
Okay, you hate his character. Mm-hmm. I get that.
And his character pigeonholes his fucking ability. If you're gonna be an asshole, be the best wrestling motherfucking asshole there is.
Like MJF.
But he's not. He's not. He does his WWE thing and it's done. And
yeah, that's the problem.
It's tired.
He don't wrestle much. He just do, you know, hardcore high spots. But I keep trying to get Cedric to see the technical side of Jericho. That he still got it. He just ain't using it.
Look, man, you can have a dick, but if you ain't using it on the bitch, the fuck, you're not gonna nut. What's the point of having it if you're not gonna use it? Because if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it.
Well, if I don't use it, what's it gonna just fall off?
Or something else.
I like my dick.
Then all right then. Apparently he don't like his.
Can we stop talking about dicks?
I made a comparison, and you drug it out further. But my whole point is, okay, he was the Lionheart. Back in the day, he was technical. Back in the day, he got trained by Stu. Back in the day, he don't show that shit now. That's like, you know, I loved you. Yeah, you did. What about now?
Oh, well, you know, why are you bringing up the past?
Yeah, that's when you kick him out the house. Jericho is out my house, but I have to keep looking down because I like to watch New Japan, so fuck.
Well, there you go, folks. That's how we feel about all of it. And you probably want to talk about Okada a bit.
Okada did his thing. He tried to wrestle. He outsmarted him. He got the pin. That got an applause from me. He didn't beat him with the Rainmaker. He beat him with a technical pin. It was fantastic.
That was great. Good job, Okada. So, this is Cedric and Cedric for CR Wrestling Commentary. Leave your comments down below. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, all that shit all over the place. You know, Twitter and Minds, Mastodon, at CRW717, all these places, all this stuff. We're getting ready to watch the Ring of Honor. I need a shower, but she keep watching wrestling. Did you got to go get up early?
I do. I'm trying to keep up with.
Well, she's trying to keep up with watching past shows. Just think about that, though.
I'm just a week off. It was Friday.
Yeah, but you keep republicing the goddamn shows. You got to watch them when they show up. Don't be looking at me like...
We were watching New Japan.
We done now. What you holding up for?
If you don't get off that darn recorder talking shit.
Man, I'm just trying to do what it is that I do.
So I'm trying to watch Ring of Honor.
I don't see you hitting the play button.
Because you still talking.
I ain't talking. I had a pause and you didn't do shit. I paused. I gave 1 second. You just stood there, sat there looking at me.
Thank y'all for coming out. Good night.
God damn it. How is Puma Kid surviving? Push whip. Waits for scoop power slam. Hold. No. Mixing up quick driver. 2. 1, 2. Puma Kid is a warrior tonight. Suplex. Puma Kid is a warrior. 1, 2. 2.9. Right out. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Main event is living up to something. It's only 9 minutes. They done tried to destroy each other. Toe kick. Put her down. Oh yeah, I go for the pin too. She's like she was hurt off of that toe kick. That body kick. No. She says no, not that way. Not that way. Irish whip. Somersault drop kick. She's going up top. Hop to the top. 450 plus. Van Peller's in position. 2.9. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Off the ropes. Oh, and they collided. Miscue, collide. They broke down. Who gets up first? They get up at the same time. Club trying to go. Looks like he's driving 2. Did she pull him away? No. That's a rope break. That's a rope break. Suplex. Getting the crowd behind him. Goes for the win. That might be it. 2. No, it's not. Clutch like I still got a lot left, baby. Yoshitani. Run Hay. 2. No. What's it gonna take? Shoulder knockdown. To the top. 450 press.
Break.
Van Peller's in position. He's got it. The cover power slam. 1, 2, 3. And Puma Kid wins this bracket. Amazing work. Amazing. Don't riot. Don't riot. Don't riot, people. Don't riot. Plush fought hard.